So the first thing, how to cover the pyramid objection. When doing follow-ups or talking to people, you may hear the objection, is this a pyramid? Or it sounds like a pyramid business. I often respond jokingly, no, a job is like a pyramid because you will never earn more than your boss. With network marketing, you can. If you do more work, you get paid more. So while some prospects may have a genuine concerns, others may use pyramid objection just as an excuse, instead of just saying no to the opportunity. So saying no is not a pyramid, or even explaining that pyramids are illegal usually isn't enough to set aside a genuine concern. So before covering this objection, you need to find out if it's a genuine objection or the person just doesn't want to do the business. And depending on the conversation, you could say to them, that's a good question, and I will talk to you about it in just a moment. Just for my records, are you still looking for an income? Because the person might say, nah, I've changed my mind or whatever. Okay, so how would we cover that? Well, a great way to explain the difference between genuine network marketing opportunity and a pyramid is like this. Thanks for telling me your concern, John. Pyramids are illegal, and the man at the top always makes the most money. But our industry is very fair. So the person who does the most work earns the most. And in fact, there are people, including very new distributors, who earn far more than the person who introduced or sponsored them. So the company pays those who create more business. And network marketing is very well respected industry. Many respected business people, including Tony Blair, British ex-Prime Minister, Donald Trump, and Richard Branson, have publicly supported it. Here is an example. FM Group is like Tesco's, except that the manager asks us to bring along some friends to shop with FM Group. And as a thank you, the manager agrees to pay us commission on the money our friends spend with FM Group. So basically, as FM Group is gaining new customers without having any marketing or advertising costs, it can use the money it saves to decrease the price of its products, and everyone saves money. Following this analogy, if you bring 5 new customers and someone else only brings 2, you will earn more money. So this is basically how our industry works. And even more exciting, if you introduce a few people, the company pays you a commission on their sales too. So the more people you help to earn an income in your business, the more you earn. And this is a really nice way of explaining how network marketing works and why it's different from the pyramid. Your customers. On joining your MLM business, you will have received an information, DVDs in the startup kit, and from your sponsor. You can reuse this information for your prospects. When you talk to one of your customers, either in person to deliver a product or on the phone when you are following up, you can promote your business. If you see a customer in person, you can give them an opportunity DVD or printed information. Over the telephone, you can direct them to a website or send them an email with the information. You should always make sure the customer puts urgency in looking at the information or the website. If it's a physical pack, i.e. a DVD or a printed information, say you need it back within 2 days, as you have someone else waiting to look at it. Even when you say this, you can save time by collecting it when you next see them for a product order if you need to. If you have asked them to look at the website, make sure you follow up with the telephone call within 2 days. If they haven't looked, say it will only take them a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, and then it could change their life. If you are uncomfortable asking if they are interested in your opportunity, use the third-party approach. Ask them to look at it and can they recommend anyone. Or just ask, do you know anybody who would like to earn additional few £100s a month? And very often people will say, well, I could use few £100s a month. What is that about? Etc. So this is again a very nice way of approaching your prospects. The wrong number. When calling prospects, you frequently misdial or come across incorrect telephone numbers. And instead of just ringing off, you can actually prospect the person on the end of the phone. And this is how you would do it. You can say, hi, can I speak to John, please? And they say, no, sorry, this is the wrong number. So then you can say, does John live there? Or do you have a forwarding number for John? Yes or no, whatever the answer, and then say, sorry to disturb you, but the reason I'm ringing John is because he inquired about a business opportunity. He's looking to start earning an extra income. Would you be interested, or would you know anybody who might be interested? Whichever way they respond, always ask for referrals. Referrals are so important. So if you don't ask, you don't ever get. Very often people feel reluctant to ask for referrals. They say, they're not going to give me any telephone numbers, or they're not going to give me any recommendations. However, you never know. Unless you ask, you'll never find out. Maybe the person actually knows somebody who could use a few £100 extra, or who might have done network marketing in the past, etc. And practice makes it perfect. So when I'm working with people, I find that they are sometimes uncomfortable doing things at first. But once they have done it a few times, it's not as difficult as they thought. A while ago, I was working with somebody in depth, and she was very nervous and uncomfortable, and I gave her encouragement by telling her, please, mess it up. I gave her the courage to get started, and it didn't take long before she was doing it well and comfortable too. So for example, especially when people start ringing prospects, etc., they feel so uncomfortable. And I always say to them, don't worry, just mess it up as much as you can. You've got another 50 people on the list, so what you got to lose? But when the person relaxes, they actually do it quite well, and they are proud of themselves then. So my belief is, if something is worth doing, it's worth doing wrong until you do it right. Why do I say this? Well, let me explain. Some people spend so much time perfecting things that very little or nothing gets actually done. You're better off doing it wrong, but doing it anyway until you get it right. Because some people just plan themselves to death and not actually do anything, not actually even start. So the first step is often the hardest. So get started. If you find something very hard, people will have respect for you for trying, and you will get better with practice anyway. And these are just some quotes that I quite like. In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing is the wrong thing. And the worst thing is to do nothing. So this is by Theodore Roosevelt. And it's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. So you will find difficulties as you go along in this business. You will find people who are time wasters, you will find people who change their minds, and you will come across lots of difficulties. But the fact that will determine if you're worthy the results and the income that you dream about is whether you get up and carry on going. And well begun is half done. So if you start straight away, you start doing the business, you're halfway there already. The next thing is the 3-foot rule, which can be passive or active. So 3-foot rule basically means that you talk to anyone who comes within 3 foot of you about your business and ask if they are interested. You don't have to prospect everyone, so you may choose. For example, you may be uncomfortable talking to people face-to-face about your business opportunity, and you will definitely sponsor people who are uncomfortable. So, if this is you, practice steps A, B, and C below without telling them about your business opportunity. So you don't have to talk to people about your business until you're comfortable. Once you have practiced opening conversations with people, you can choose if you want them to be in your business or not. Once confident, you can move on to getting their contact details and telling them about your business. So I would rather you practice than not do it at all. So it is important you don't practice just talking to people forever. You need to move on to prospecting people using the 3-foot rule within a few days. However, if you are practicing on a minimum of 5 people a day, you will very quickly become confident enough to start asking people if they are interested in receiving information on your business, work from home, or products. Talk to at least 5 people a day using the 3-foot rule. So if somebody comes in the 3-foot distance from you, be it a queue in the shop or wherever you are, you can start chatting them up. And when you are having a conversation with someone, it's important to remember that you can choose whether you want them in your business or not. Do they qualify? Thinking like this gives you a good mindset. So you're not just begging people to join your business, you're actually choosing the right people for your team. It will help you feel more comfortable talking to people. It means that you can talk to people and you don't have to prospect them. Remember, you have the opportunity to help them. So they need you and not you need them. So the first is direct approach. You can take the direct approach. Come straight and ask, are you looking to earn extra money? I have a business opportunity for you, or I have a work for you to replace your job car, etc. If you get a positive reply, ask for the contact details. Say you will be in contact because you're looking for someone. If a person asks what is it, reply, well, I can't promise you anything at the moment, but I'm working with some friends on a business project. I'll be in touch. Or whatever. There's millions of ways of just saying, okay, I just need to show you something later on, etc. And this way you can get them interested. You will catch people specifically looking for a business opportunity or an extra income by being direct. But many people will switch off either because they don't want to admit they are struggling financially, prejudging, or they don't know what they are looking for or something. So the passive free foot rule comes in here. Now I want to teach you how you can prospect people without them knowing you're doing it. So you can talk to strangers at the bus stop, in an airport lounge, while queuing to pay for your groceries, at a party, or in the pub. Absolutely anywhere. I have learned that if you ask people what they do, they often ask what you do. People want to talk, so it's important that you ask questions and listen to what they have to say. So you can start your conversations with questions or exclamations like these. For example, going to work, another day at the office, do you like your job? Wouldn't it be great if we earn money without working for a boss, or without going to work? Or, I have started and I'm looking for people for my team, etc. So this way you can actually start quite innocent conversations just as a chit chat, and then move it into a business or prospecting strategy. Also asking people, oh, what do you do for a living? And then saying, oh, I bet you get paid a lot doing that. And it doesn't matter what person said, be it they're a cleaner, a manager, they're working somewhere, etc. When you ask, oh, I bet you're being paid a lot for that, very often people will say, nah, I'm not being paid enough, really. And then you can say, well, I might have an opportunity for you then, because I can show you how you can get paid extra. And listen to people talking like this, isn't everything getting expensive? Oh, the prices of petrol, cost of food, how expensive it is to get a haircut, children's activities, expensive bills and living costs. Now people are moaning all the time, and they moan. However, now we can actually do something about it. And we can ask them, would you like to do something about it then? Would you like to earn more money? And reply to their comments by starting a conversation. You will then get the response similar to these examples. No, I don't like my job. Oh, I wish I was doing something else. Oh, it doesn't pay enough. I don't have enough time with my family. I need more money to pay for groceries, etc., etc. And then we can actually say we have a chance for them to make this money. If you ask the right targeted questions, people give you clues. Finally, once you have got a prospect interested in looking at information, ask them for their contact details, i.e. name, phone number, or an email. If you have your business card, give it to them once you got their contact details if possible. Otherwise, your prospect might choose to call you instead of giving you the details, and then they might lose your card, etc. So always try and get the details first, and you need to be able to follow up. So once you have got their contact details, you can, if you wish, give them a printed information, a DVD about your business opportunity, or a link to your website. Only do this when you got their contact details so you can follow up. Remember, if the prospect doesn't want to become a distributor, make them a customer instead. And these are just few more quotes. So when you affirm big, believe big, and pray big, big things will happen. That's law of attraction. I don't know of anyone who has gotten to the top without hard work. This is a recipe. So success comes before work only in dictionary. In the rest of life, work comes first, the success comes afterwards. And in the middle of difficulties lies the opportunity. So every difficulty is an opportunity in disguise. Also, paper trail. Everywhere you go, leave leaflets, business cards, or any other information about your business everywhere you go. If you don't have any printed cards, leaflets, don't be afraid to handwrite on a piece of paper. Handwritten is often very effective because it will attract attention. And the downside is that it's time-consuming, but it's also free. Become a paper trail for your business. So alongside the normal places to leave them, i.e. on cards, through letterboxes, some of the more bizarre places I have left cards and leaflets include doctor and dentist surgery waiting room, restaurant table included with the waiter's tip, paper holder at public restrooms, train, bus and aircraft seats, petrol pumps, attached with blue tack under the window at McDonald's drive-thru where you wait to get your order, shopping trolleys at Tesco's, bank cash point machines, inside MLM, self-help books, magazines for sale in shops, information stands, anywhere there is empty slot available for business cards. Remember, don't overflood an area at any one time. A few here and there in any one place is more effective. Also, referrals. A major free and time-efficient lead-generating opportunity you have is to utilize your current prospects for referrals. So become a magnet for free leads when you speak to anyone about your business. Don't be nervous. If you don't know someone it doesn't matter if you mess it up. Just ask the question. You talk to people anyway when you follow up with the prospects. So these people will know others. Your job is to ask questions. So the more people you ask for referrals, the better and more confident you will get. And the more referrals you will receive. Referrals give you masses of contacts which you wouldn't otherwise have had without talking to people you know, and for zero advertising costs. So you will not get referrals from everyone, and that's okay. Don't worry if you don't get a referral from everyone you ask. For example, if you ask 10 people and only 3 then give referrals, but one of those people joins your business, isn't that worth it still? Also, how do we ask for these referrals? So when you are talking to people who have said no to your opportunity, always ask, do you know anyone who is looking for extra income, or have been made redundant, or struggling with mortgage or bills, have been involved with MLM in the past? Do you know anyone who is ambitious, who runs their own business? Ask a couple of these examples. The ones which you feel are more appropriate to your conversation in the follow-up. When their reply is positive, i.e., well, Jack down the road is looking, your reply should be, what's the Jack's phone number, or what's his email, etc. Also, when you ask, you can even ask not, do you know anyone, but ask, who do you know who've been in network marketing before? Who do you know who could use an extra income right now? Then the person will get thinking. Never ask, will Jack mind if you give me his phone number? Because you're putting things in their head. So then they'll say, oh, nah, he's not, you probably wouldn't like me giving his number, etc. So always ask, what is his number, etc. So the person don't think about it twice. And the power of referrals. I recently asked for referrals from someone who was not interested in my MLM opportunity. They initially said they didn't know anyone, but after another question, that person said she did know somebody who may be looking. I contacted that person, and to cut a long story short, they joined. They didn't last very long in my business, but therefore they decided it wasn't for them. They led me to a couple who are very keen and motivated. Remember, before you ask for referrals, always cover objections first. So a while ago, I spoke to a lady who was not interested in my opportunity for herself, but she could see the benefit to others of building a business with me. So when I asked for referrals, she said she had someone in mind, but she would not give me the name and number when I asked. She did, however, promise to pass my emailed information on. So the following week, I had a phone call from this referred person, an extremely positive and motivated individual who is doing all the right things to build a big business. So like you, I have been told by many prospects that they will pass my own information to others, and most of the time nothing happens, but it only takes one. So always ask people you speak to for referrals. Try to get the name and contact details. If this fails, ask them to pass your email or your business card or whatever that is. And here are a few tips. Expand your comfort zone. By stretching, you will get uncomfortable, but you will also feel brilliant. So only become successful by moving out of your comfort zone. If you only stay in your comfort zone, you will never become successful. So you always need to try and push yourself out. And as you push yourself out of your comfort zone will actually shift, and this new experience will become your comfort zone as well. Review your goals several times a day and teach your team to do the same. Do extra activity every day and build your business faster. Confused distributors don't build. So your team have to know what to do. Stability and growth in your team is only achieved if your people have tracks to run on. And this is achieved by following an easy to duplicate and simple system, with you leading the way. You must know how to teach it, and your team need to know how to work with both you and the downline, either at regular trainings or individually hands-on, achieving a strong and secure business. Stability is achieved in a leg when you have a minimum of 3 levels of leaders in depth who are seriously building their own business. Answering a leg securely in this way takes time. How much time depends on how fast you are building your business and how well you work with your team. So nothing is particularly hard if you divide it into small jobs. I'm a great believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together is a reality. So this way, again, these are just a few phrases that can get you thinking and get you going. A couple of tips to make it easier. Read your goals. Visualize what you want to achieve. Then write prospecting with no limits in your plan of action. Ask yourself, what are you prepared to do to turn your dreams into reality? If you are nervous, practice in front of a mirror in the comfort of your own home until you are comfortable with what you are saying. Don't forget, you will only make money once you talk to people. Immediately before you start prospecting with no limits, read your goals. You will be more confident if you are focused on your reasons why. So always think, what is the reason I'm talking to this person? What is the reason I'm offering them this product? What is the reason I'm trying to get them into my team? And once you visualize your goals, once you visualize your dreams, then you will be much more dedicated and much more confident in what you're doing. In great attempts, it's glorious even to fail. It is not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. And Vince Lombardi is a manager, owner of Washington Redskins, and a wonderful coach. Now, your reasons why. Why are you building your network marketing business? What are your goals? What drives you to build this business every day? Do you want the smaller pleasures in life, like playing for your daughter to do ballet after school, Sunday afternoon with the family at the Hollywood Bowl, dinner for two at your favorite restaurant, or several extra pints down the pub without worrying about where the money to pay for it will come? These small extras greatly improve the quality of our life and our families, and can be paid for by the part-time income from network marketing business. Or are your goals bigger, like sports cars, big houses, long holidays, financial security for your future, private education for your children? Like I always say, all I want is a really simple thing. It's a 6 months holiday twice a year. That's all I really want. Whatever your goal, my system will help you to achieve it if you put the training into action on a regular basis. Now, goals. Reviewing your goals regularly will focus you on doing the regular activity needed to build a network marketing business. What does regularly mean? Well, in the morning when you wake up, a positive start to your working day. Last thing at night, so you dream positive dreams. Before you start any lead generating activity, to remind yourself why you are working so hard. When you're feeling low, to remind yourself why you're working so hard. When you're feeling happy, to remind yourself why are you working so hard. So always think about the big picture. Always think about the big dream that keeps pushing you forwards. Write your goals down so you always have a copy at hand. Place visual reminders of your goals in a prominent places around your home, like car and workplace, so you see them regularly every day. Put them on your fridge. Make a vision board in your bedroom, so as soon as you get up, you see your dreams, you see your goals, like your ideal house, your ideal car, etc. As soon as you get up. These visual reminders could be a picture board with details of all your goals, or they could be framed photos, pictures, or simple associations, like placing a Mickey Mouse on your main mantelpiece if you want to visit Disneyland. Surround yourself by positive mental images of your goals. Don't underestimate how strong goals can be in maintaining a positive mental approach to your business. Now, over a year ago, we had a leaders meeting at our Diamond Orchid leaders house, and I saw all the other leaders. And before then, I always thought goals were something, for people who haven't got anything to do with their time. But then when I saw all these leaders stepping up and saying, well, when I put a goal in writing that I want to become a golden orchid, I became one. When I put a goal to become a pearl orchid, I become one. When I put a goal to get this Mercedes from the company, I got it. I realized how powerful the goals can be. So always put your goals and put them in writing. Don't just think, oh, I want to become rich. That's not a goal. Put it precise. I want to earn so much by then, and I want to do it this way, etc. And then you can work towards these goals. Goals are powerful tools if they are used effectively. Also, don't forget about surveys. Surveys are a great activity for prospecting. It's like an extension of prospecting with no limits, which we talked about earlier on. So you talk to people you meet in the street, but because you are there in a professional capacity and you can hide behind a clipboard, it will be a less intimidating method of approaching people. It is very important to keep the survey to a maximum of 30 seconds. This will keep your prospect's attention, means that you can catch a lot of people. When you stop people, you could ask questions like, would you answer a 30-second survey on job security? Are you satisfied and happy in your job? Do you believe you have a secure income for the future? Are you aware there are ways to earn extra income around your work commitments? Would you be interested in some free information? Simple questions like that can be your survey, and this way then the people are actually asking you for information and you are not offering it. You just giving them as they ask. Or you could ask something like, would you answer a 30-second survey about your dream holiday? Do you like beach holidays, action holidays, or winter sports? How many weeks a year would you like to be on holiday for? Would you be prepared to work from home for a few hours a week to save the money for your holiday? Would you be interested in some free information? Other questions you could ask could be, what is your ideal car? Do you drive it? Do you live in a perfect house? Are you debt-free? If any of the questions are no, then you might say, well, would you like to do something about it then? You can either give them the pen and clipboard and let them write their answers, catch several people at once, have several clipboards, or you can ask the questions yourself. Once they have completed the short survey, if they would like information, request their name and phone number, then give them your opportunity information. Not everyone will give you their telephone number, but you can follow up the ones that do. Surveys are brilliant because you can do them in your lunch hour, on the high street, outside train stations, or anywhere there's a good traffic of people. However, if you do them in shopping centers or privately owned facilities, make sure that you ask permission from the owners or security. Also, job wanted section of the newspapers. Find the jobs required section in your local newspaper. If someone is looking for a plumbing job, etc., call them and say, I understand you're looking for a plumbing job. I'm not looking for a plumber, but I'm looking for people who want to work from home, either full-time or part-time. There are excellent prospects for the right people. Are you interested in seeing some free information or looking at my website? You need to be careful where you put posters because fly posting on public property like plan post is illegal. However, there are plenty of places you can get permission to place your posters totally free of charge. Also, local shops will often allow you to put a poster in their window of their shop. When you go into a shop, chip shops, charity shops, your local butcher, Indian, Chinese and pizza takeaways and restaurants, local grocery shop, chemist and many more, you will often see poster adverts for traveling fairs and circuses and some other things as well. These shops are your prime targets. If you ask correctly, they will also hang your A4 poster promoting your opportunity in their window free of charge. Make sure you speak to the shop owner. You're targeting local community shops, so tell them you are helping people in the local community to find jobs or increase their income. For a good measure, also add that if people have more money to spend, there's a good chance that they will spend some of it buying takeaway from their proprietor's shop or eating in their restaurant. You can even go one step further and ask these people if they would mind placing a flyer in the takeaway bag, carrier bag, or giving one when someone pays in the restaurant after a meal. Finally, don't forget that owners of local shops are often struggling financially themselves, and they may show interest in what you're doing. They can become part of your team. Also, a car sign. Car signs don't have to be expensive or flashy. The professional look is always good, but handwritten actually works just as well. In large letters, write or print your advert on A4. Hang in your back or rear windows, making sure you can still see to drive properly, obviously. Bright colored paper is more effective, but white is good as well. While you are shopping, doing surveys, or spending time with the kids, your car ad is working for you. How many people will go past your car and read the advert? To make it even more effective, staple 2 business cards together, leaving the top open, and fan a few extra cards inside. Attach this outside of the window under your advert when your car is parked in public. This makes it easy for people who are interested to take your contact details. Also, can be used anywhere you can attach with blue tag.